When we had last left Team Bald, part of their group was trapped inside of a horrifying jungle world filled with raptors and dead bodies and amazing treasure. Thankfully, they were able to free themselves from that horrible, not plane of existence, horrible part of the world, and returned only to be reprimanded by a Jinny. Then they returned back to camp to rest, only to be reprimanded by none other than Vlaakith herself, or Vlaakith in giant hologram-style version. And it was then that Lae'zel sort of was like, I hate you, Mom, and wasn't about that life anymore. Now it was time to chat with everybody and check around camp and then head back to the circus world. This is Baldur's Gate 3. Welcome back. Let's unhide all of that. And also, before I forget, a gentle viewer at mhill08 wrote in with a bit of a reminder that I should probably consider respecking Karlach to Barb Rogue, specifically Berserker, Thief, because of the bonus action, which will synergize very nicely. And this is even like an idea I had pretty early on in our playthrough, if I remember correctly. However, it has been suggested that I do 9 points in Barb and 3 points in Thief. However, I feel as if it may be better to do 8 in Barb and 4 in Thief. That way we get, we would lose out on 1 extra point in Barbarian, of course, but we would get another feat, you know? I'm not sure. Is it better to have that extra proficiency bonus? I have no idea. I'm not sure, like, what all that conveys, right? Yeah, +4 to saving throws from proficiency. I'm not sure. So it would go up to, what? +5 or +6 from proficiency? I think? I would assume so, but I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, that's where I'm kind of at present, you know? Or we could even do like 8 Barb, 3 Rogue, and then 1 something else, if there's another class that has something just like at the beginning. You know, like when does Fighter get Action Surge, right? When does that happen? Is that at level 1? I don't think so. Isn't that like Second Wind at level 1? Something to think about.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Alright, let's check in with everyone first before we consider respecs. Lae'zel?
It is done. There is no going back. As long as the Undying Queen reigns, I am never to soar unbound over the astral sea, never to cross the one in the void. As it should be. Better a short life built on truth than immortality woven of lies. Better to unite the Githyanki under a prince who would free their minds and honor their bodies. So why do I feel so bitter?
Wisdom. Connect with Lae'zel's parasite and explore the furthest reaches of her emotions. Insight. Consider Lae'zel's past and present. What is the true source of her resentment? Your own region is terrorizing you. You have good reason to hate her. Ignore it, and keep faith in Orpheus. He'll give you everything you wanted. I can't explain how you feel, Lae'zel. Is it maybe because she felt betrayed, and instead of, like, kind of, you know, being more self-sufficient, which I'm not sure if self-sufficient is the right way, but self-directed, perhaps, right? Because Lae'zel is very much like a, I don't know, I would say a hyper self-reliant and independent person, right? Or at least a hyper, like, opinionated person who would be, I don't know, who could very easily fulfill a leadership role herself, you know? And yet has decided to move from one to another, you know? It may well be that is her holdup, you know? Insight check. Let's try it. We're okay at it. Consider Lae'zel's past and present. What's the true source of her resentment? Okay. Yep. Give it a roll. Nailed it.
Vlaakith has upended Lae'zel's whole existence. Everything she knew to be true, every plan and aspiration she ever held has been painfully ripped away. Lae'zel's bitterness is born of sadness. She is mourning the loss of the person she once was, and can never be again.
Right. And as before, you know, continual parallels between the different characters, right? Sort of Shadowheart is probably the easiest parallel we could make. So too is there stuff with Astarion and vampirism, parallels there. But that said, the direction that it goes there, you know, it's an interesting parallel, but it's very much headed in a different direction with Astarion, you know? So too with Will and the deal with Mizora and his warlock abilities. I mean, I guess everyone to a lesser degree, at least, right? Because there's a situation with Gale and the Orb. There's a situation with Karlach and the like Infernal Engine, right? But definitely the closest is probably Shadowheart, followed by Astarion, right? Okay. You're grieving the future you'll never have. Vlaakith took everything from you. Your own regent is terrorizing you. You have good reason to hate her. Ignore it and keep faith in Orpheus. He'll give you everything you wanted. I can't explain how you feel, Lae'zel. We'll try this. You're grieving the future you'll never have. Vlaakith took everything from you.
How well you've come to know me. But in truth, she didn't take everything. I have what I have gathered for myself. I'm more to a new regent, a new land, and new allies. Vlaakith cannot unmake she who no longer exists. And so, from the old battle cries is birthed another. Shma Salar Orpheus, Ma Stilna Forgin in Yeri. Orpheus's will above all. May the comet blaze my path forward.
Wow, okay. You know, Hegelian dialectics. You've been quick to pledge yourself to Orpheus's cause. What about your own needs and wants? Vlaakith promised to make you Bat to Vlaakith. Sounds impressive. What next? On to other matters. Leave. You've been quick to pledge yourself to Orpheus's cause. What about your own needs and wants?
Orpheus's freedom is my want and my need. To deny his freedom would be to deny my own. There will come a time when I can think about myself beyond the Lich Queen who enslaves the Githyanki and the prince who would liberate them. But that time won't come until the Prince of the Comet flies again.
I love the idea. I love the read on Lae'zel's character that she's, once again, parallels with other characters, right? Ones who are very much like this and others who, outwardly are not from the get-go. But she is very selfless, right? Lae'zel is actually incredibly selfless, right? To a fault. The only problem is that her selfless nature has been completely taken advantage of by, like, I don't know, the fascistic hierarchy or regency of Githyanki superculture, right? Of the Vlaakith's reign, as it were, you know? Otherwise, if she directed all of her, like, self-confidence, self-assuredness, and selflessness in a better direction, like, imagine the possibility, right? Imagine, like, she could do so much, right? Which, hey, it seems as if we have set her down this road. We as in, like, a more metaphorical sense, like, I think no matter what, I feel as if there's an inclination. Man, I'm so curious. Like, you can very clearly and very obviously set these people, like, everybody, down pretty fucked up paths, right? Like, in a lot of these cases, like, there's situations where it's like, yeah, you're choosing between sunshine and rainbows and a steaming hot sewer, right? All right. Well, what next?
We find Voss at Ceres's caress and retrieve the key to releasing the prince. Orpheus Tough Kinasin.
Okay. Vlaakith promised to make you bot to Vlaakith. What does that mean?
Vlaakith's left hand and her right. Commander of all dragons, chosen of the Queen Regent. Not since Vlaakith I has a Bart to Vlaakith been anointed. Another empty promise. Only a naive fool would believe otherwise. The kind of fool I was not so long ago.
Okay. Well, regardless of where you used to be, I'm glad you're here now, Lae'zel. Good talk. Can I talk to you once more again about anything else?
Baldur's Gate at last. We should find Ceres's caress. Voss will be waiting.
Okay. Good talk. Anything else?
I'm listening.
Alright. Good talk. Now let's debrief with everybody else here.
Best be on my way.
Let's see. Anybody in there? Nope. Here's Karlach, who actually maybe has something separate to talk about? Here, let's talk with everyone else then before Karlach.
We just played host to an undying queen. Oh, and that's without our fine silverware. Lae'zel has
Very
courage,
Jaheira.
turning her back on a lifetime's belief. As for us, best we stay out of interplanar politics, I think. Orpheus is on his own. But should great Vlaakith come to settle a score with Lae'zel, well, I might be convinced to kill her. Undying or not, she was very loud.
Yeah. Alright. Good talk. I wanted to ask you something. Man, who is providing the voice for Jaheira? Because they have nailed it, right? Like, maybe if I heard them back to back, but this is exactly how I remember her sounding, right? Maybe if I heard her talking back to back, I could spot the difference, but otherwise, the impression is like completely unmistakable. It's completely, it's precise, you know? I wanted to ask you something.
Ask it.
All right, same as before. Leave. See ya. Starian, what have you to say?
So, Lae'zel's finally seen the light and turned on her mistress. It took a little time, but she got there. Though it's not
She
over
run to
yet.
talk.
Masters rarely let their slaves go without a fight.
Parallels. Like I said, parallels. I kind of love that, right? I kind of love the ways in which everybody's stories like echo and bounce off of one another, right? Huh. Okay. I think it's very cleverly written. And I feel like you run the risk, right? It's so well done because you run the risk of having them all come off as like, well, these are all just the same, you know? These are all just the same exact thing. But I feel like it's such an interesting way to explore. Like I said, the parallels make it incredibly enjoyable, you know? And the ways in which they divert into different directions, like differences between them and all of that. It's exceptionally good, I think. Will?
Vlaakith's a fearsome one. The sort it's hard to say no to. But Lae'zel said it anyway, to her immense credit. She's choosing truth. She's choosing freedom. For her, for Orpheus, for the Githyanki people. I wish I knew a good Githyanki cheer to celebrate the occasion, but the only gift phrases I've picked up are the sweary sort.
Okay. Fair enough, Will. Good lord, let's go over here. Shadowheart, what have you to say? You might be the one I'm most curious to hear your takes on this. Especially given your relationships.
I didn't think I'd live to see the day when Lae'zel turned her back on Vlaakith. But all things considered, good for her.
Okay. Oh, we can bring this up with Shadowheart. Yeah, I love that she had such a hostile early relationship with Lae'zel, right? And they have very obviously the biggest parallels between the two of them, right? Like I said, the parallels are they're so delicious. They're so much fun. All right. The Shorns are using a place called the House of Grief as cover for their presence in Baldur's Gate.
Then that's where we need to go. My parents are in there somewhere.
All right. Good talk. How about over here? Gale.
Glad to see I'm not the only one on the wrong side of an omnipotent authority figure. Lae'zel did well to break free of Vlaakith's manipulations, though I doubt Vlaakith will let such insubordination go unpunished.
All right. Yeah. Good talk. And Halsin. Anything else?
So, it seems that Vlaakith is Lae'zel's queen no longer. That took no small amount of backbone.
Okay, good talk. Let's backtrack over here, and let's talk with Karlach about it all. Who actually may not have anything to say about it, may have her own thing going on.
Soldier, my engine. It hurts. I think this might be it. Soon. Things burning hotter than I knew it could. But look, we've just about made it to the city. That'll do me. Let's go protect it. Whatever happens after that is between me and the so-called gods.
Jesus, are you gonna die? I'm ready if you are. You don't think we'll find a cure? No, it's between you and Gortash. No, it's between you, me, and Zariel in Avernus. I want to say either you don't think we'll find a cure or no, it's between you, me, and Zariel in Avernus. Ooh, I'm not sure which, though. I think maybe my character speaks with a little more bravado, right? Rather than to be questioning here, would maybe be like, no, it's between you, me, and Zariel in Avernus. Even if this is perhaps the wrong thing to say here. It feels more in character, going with it.
Ah! She'd turn us both into sheep, then serve mutton for dinner. Let's stay here, where it's nice, for as long as we can. I'm so excited to go home. Anything that comes after that is extra.
Okay. And what do you have to say about Lae'zel's situation?
Damn. It can't have been easy for Lae'zel to stand up to Vlaakith like that. But there's nothing that woman can't do.
Okay. Good talk. Now let's have a rest. God, where are the bedrolls again? Man, I have no idea, actually. I well and truly have no idea. Okay. Go. Do it from the UI. Full rest. Uh-oh. Oh, shit.
It's you. I must have let my mind wander. Enough for you to wander in.
Accidentally right-clicked.
I am drained. Ever since you killed Ketheric and took his netherstone, the Chosen's control of the brain has been brittle. It's rebelling against Orin and Gortash, fiercely. I suspected that when we took Ketheric's stone, the brain would begin to break free. Those brain quakes confirm that my suspicion was correct. I do not know what happens now when it receives their orders, and I do not dare guess.
You feel the Emperor's fear as if it were your own. An elder brain enslaved is one thing. An elder brain unleashed will be the end of everything.
Beautiful, isn't it? The mighty Prince Orpheus, contained in submissive slumber. Come. You may as well sit a while, now that you are here. Your company isn't unwelcome.
What are you doing? You seem troubled. I expected you to be more on guard this close to the brain. Your company is disgusting. I just want a dreamless sleep for once. What are you doing?
Trying to guard us. The brain is restless, but I am distracted, and my lack of focus is endangering us. I'm haunted by memories. They are relentless. I can think of nothing. No one else.
Are you going to become a follower? Or are you, like, too powerful for that? Who do you think of? Someone from your past? You have a love interest? The past is past. Move on. Someone from your past?
Indeed. Duke Stelmane. Or as I knew her, Belin, when she was alive. You thought you were my first ally. Far from it. I have long sought the allyship of others. It is the only way to succeed. Though my relationship with Belin was different from my relationship with you.
What? Was it more intimate? Did you manipulate her like you manipulated me? How so? I really don't care what your relationship with her was like. I take offense to all this, right? Yeah, I like the idea that my character doesn't enjoy being manipulated. As someone, like, as ironic as that is, you know? Did you manipulate her like you manipulated me?
I see that you are unable to let that go. But do not forget that I trusted you with my life, as you trusted me with yours. Manipulation or not, we need each other. My relationship with Belin was similar in this regard, though less dramatic. In life, she was my business partner, back when we ran the Knights of the Shield. A difficult task for a mind flayer. Duke Stelmane trusted me, and the city trusted her. I conceived the plot, but Belin took center stage. It was she who met with the merchants, politicians, and patriarchs. It was she who negotiated deals and signed off on agreements. Her rooms played host to the most important conversations in the city. Together, we brought order to chaos. At its height, everything that happened in that city went through the shield. Through us. I could not have done any of it without her. Just as I cannot do any of this without you. But now, she is gone.
Do you need a hug? I'm sorry for your loss. If I didn't know you were a mind flayer, I'd say you were upset. Drop the act. I know you don't have feelings. Yeah, is this the mind flayer? I've heard a little bit about the idea or the conceit that you can fuck a mind flayer in this game. I'm assuming this is that mind flayer. If I didn't know you were a mind flayer, I'd say you were upset.
Astute as ever. You think that mind flayers are soulless husks who feel nothing. Billin thought the same at first. You are wrong. Feeling is vital to the pursuit of anyone's goals, even the mind flayers. Like you, mind flayers know fear. Like you, we crave recognition. But unlike you, unlike the others of my kind, I am no slave to either. My end is and always has been freedom. Berlin understood this. Berlin became my freedom.
Whoa. Well, don't let your guard down again. I know you're trying to manipulate me. It's not working. I know what you are. Sorry I was mean to you. That was insightful. That was insightful.
I am glad you were able to learn something. Another quake. The brain is rebelling again. I need to focus.
Okay. The Emperor doesn't know that we're like fucking off and visiting the circus, right? when they're like having to wage war against the Elder Brain and like continually hold it at bay just so that this party of bumbling idiots doesn't like get fucking brainwashed instantly, right? It doesn't know that we just decided to fuck off and go to the circus and I got like warped into the jungle, right? I feel like it might know. I feel like it might know. Okay, let's go on over here. Anyone have any talk about that dream?
What's on your mind?
Yeah, if only I could tell you. Alright, see ya. Anything else? Let's see, does anyone else have any exclamation marks? I don't think so. Alright. Well, let us get on out of here then. Or should I do a respec on Karlach immediately? I feel as if I ought to, right?
What's the story?
Yeah, I feel like I should. Yeah, let's go take her over to Withers. Okay. Should be a fairly straightforward respec for her, though.
Fate spin. Dost thou require a
Okay.
new ally?
Change my class. Good. And like I said, I think we'll go 8 Barb and at least 3 into Rogue. Okay, we'll keep all that the same, right? Yeah, I think so. Could even do that. It's fine. Okay, and these I want to change. I think we're fine. Confirm. Good. Alright. Barbarian. Yep, fairly straightforward. And we want the Berserker subclass. Great. And then I want Tavern Brawler with a point in strength. Good. Okay. And then here we go, we got a feat. And I think we go with ability improvement. Pop strength up to 20. There we go. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like getting a third feat is just too nice. Right? So now, let's go over to Rogue. There we go. Good. And what all should we pick here? We could crank up her perception. That would definitely come in handy. Sleight of hand, don't really need that. What else could we get? I mean, insight wouldn't be half bad. Same goes for athletics. Right? Yeah, we'll go for that. We'll really crank up her athletics. Feels fitting, right? Feels in character. We could also do survival, right? Rather than athletics. That could be good too. Yeah, maybe we go that route. Perception and survival. Yeah, that's probably it. That's probably the play. Okay, confirm. And accept. Good, and she's got these abilities now. And then one more level and she'll be ready to go. Which, in a similar situation, I too would benefit from an extra bonus action now that we have this absurdly powerful ring. You know? Yeah. Wouldn't be half bad. Let's see. Who's got our bonus AC? You do, Karlak. Okay. Okay, well. Do I want that? My real question is, with the Callous Glow ring, as the object is flying through the air, because it will technically light and illuminate an enemy before it lands, does that mean Callous Glow will always proc? I feel like it will, because it will always be illuminated when it strikes. I'm not sure, though. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll just hold on to this and we'll see how it plays out. Right, we'll keep this for now. If we don't notice Callous Glow ring proccing for Karlak, then I'll give her the Ring of Protection in exchange for that. And then I'll take her cloak. Right? Yeah, that's the plan. Okay. Let's leave camp here. Great. And let's see here. Let us apply Longstrider on everybody. Or at the very least, let's
magic touch.
Let's get out some summons here, right? Good. Get an fire elemental out here. And let's get out the Azer or Azer.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
And we can apply this. Good. And I'll get a air elemental myself.
Wherever we go, ye gods, let there be something green.
And then, let's see, what else do we want? Symbiotic Entity, we should have that active. Good. Then here, Conjure a Woodland Being. And let's have you do your own summon.
At your command.
And then a minor elemental will do ice. And then another elemental, let's do Water, I suppose. And are we good now? I think so. We could animate dead, but we don't have any bodies around.
Can't give up now.
Okay, and before I forget, I will do Speak with Dead. Or not Speak with Dead, I will do Speak with Animals. There we go. Oh, and I better do Bardic and Spawn, everybody. There we are. How many more have I got? 2 more. Let's get these on the elementals. Okay, good. Now, is there anything else I need to do? Oh, see invisibility, of course. Okay. Now are we good? God, I think so. Good lord. Okay. Yeah, I think we're good. Let's do a quick save. And let's head on out over here. Oh, we should probably do a little rest too, right? How often can you use Arcane Recovery? They come back on long rest. Okay. Sure. Oh, I almost forgot. Mage Armor. There we go. Definitely want that active.
What's cooking?
Okay. Good.
Looking ahead.
All right. And then let's do a short rest.
Oh, respite does wonders.
All right. Let's check over here. Viola Silvertongue. Fred. Janitorial assistant. Oh, this is one of the red caps.
Scummy ball bag, move! I got to clean!
Oh, shit. Okay. Anything else?
Clean! Bah! Clean! Bah!
Oh, he hates it. He fucking hates it. Okay. What's up with you two? Calliope Blingsdorf and Viola Silvertongue.
You will never be half the bard Miss Silvertongue is. Do you hear me?
What? Okay. What else?
Come on, you scallywag!
Oh dear. Oh my. or as the guy at the front gate said, how dare you? All right, Viola.
Another bard? Did Lucretius hire you? Stay out of my way, talentless half-wit.
Another bard.
We've got plenty bards as is, so take a long walk off a short cliff, yeah?
Jesus, okay. Let's see, what have we got over here? Crate of veg. It's free veg. That said, those definitely look like fruits.
With haste.
Okay, up and over here. Oh, this is a different red cap. Paramidius, janitorial assistant.
Oh, Mr. Hag. Miss her stink.
people be stinking.
Why are you here, huh? Stupid customers. Stupid hygiene code. Stupid job.
I don't know. The circus kind of rocks in that it's kind of awful.
Buttering you up. You are the very best at what you do. I promise.
Are you talking to Stony, co-owner of Stony and Boney's Bespoke Creations? Yeah, I guess so. Here's Boney. What's up, Boney?
Darling, we have a customer. Is your camp drab? Dreary? Then you have come to the right place. Browse our bespoke Stony and Bony creations, or commission a statue in your likeness. It is our most sought-after service.
Stony and Bony? Which are you? Let's see what you have. I'd like a statue of myself for my camp. Leave. Huh. Stony and Bony? Which are you?
Bony, at your service. That there is my darling wife, Stony. Is she not magnificent?
This is very, oh my god, what's his name? What is his name? From, What We Do in the Shadows. This is very much evoking him. What is his name? He like, steals the show often. God, what is his name? Oh my god, what is his real-life name? He was also in the Fallout TV show for a bit. For, like, a couple episodes or whatever. God, what is his name? Oh my gosh. He is beloved. He's absolutely beloved. Alright. She's a lot bigger than you. Yes, she's quite magnificent. Not my type. Part of me is curious to say the first one there. In knowing that I am literally a halfling with Karlach. Right? Like, what will happen? You know, what will happen? Will there actually be unique reactivity to that fact? Otherwise, it definitely reads as an insult, right? And I would much rather say she's quite magnificent. So, you know what? For this, I'm willing to save Scum, right? I will go with the first one, only under the condition that we get some kind of unique and wild reactivity, right? Wherein we're kind of in a really ironic situation. She's a lot bigger than you.
I know! It's wondrous! Now, what can I do for you?
Okay. Fair enough. All right, let's see what you have. I'd like a statue of myself for my camp. Leave. See what you have.
Oh, you shall be thrilled and delighted. I know it.
Okay. Scroll of flesh to stone. Oh. Scroll of stone skin. Oh. Scroll of wall of stone. Oh. Basilisk oil. Oh. Now that I should probably actually get. Right? Basilisk oil? Yeah, I'm gonna get those too. Cost me 2 money. Okay. Sure. Yeah, I'll take it.
Wondrous! My wife will be most pleased.
God, what is his name? The voice actor
since your last break, my darling.
Is so evoking it. She's over there just rumbling.
All right, I shall stop fussing.
All right, can we talk to you about anything else?
Ah, the adventurer returns. Care to purchase a bespoke Stony and Bony creation?
I can't believe that they even have some amount of facial animations for this little freak. Right? I'd like a statue of myself for my camp.
Oh, my wife shall be delighted. Customs are her favorite, particularly when their facial structure is as unique as yours.
5,000. Whew. I'd like a statue of me armed and ready for battle. How about a statue of me but in my night clothes? I want a statue of me naked. Never mind, just show me your wares. God, which one do I want? Which one do I want? Golly, do I want a statue of me naked? No, I don't, because it will actually be naked. Right? I shouldn't do that. Because one of two things will happen. Either I'll get the naked statue, and I run the risk of getting in trouble with YouTube in the distant future, or I get the statue that's supposed to be naked, but because I have the nudity filters on to protect myself from YouTube stuff, it won't be naked, right? I'd like a statue of me armed and ready for battle.
Tremendous! Stony, darling, let us put this towards our getaway in the Moonshay Isles. I'll have your statue shipped to your camp. You shall love it. We guarantee it.
Okay. You see anything else?
Ah, the adventurer returns. Care to purchase a bespoke stony and bony creation?
Okay, let's leave. Well, could I talk to everybody and get, like, statues of them made, too? God, I bet I could. Man, they're expensive, though.
Nose was as crooked as you carved, my darling. He was simply in denial.
I think she only ever rumbles.
I'm not buttering you up. You are the very best at what you do. I promise.
Okay, I mean, how can I not love and respect them both? Stony? Rumble crack. So saith the wise Stony.
Don't forget that
Grumble. Okay. Sure. Anything else of interest here? No, I don't think so.
It's been an age since your last break, my darling.
Okay, yeah, I think we're good.
All right. I shall stop fussing.
Papa sells good things.
Okay, what have you got, Popper?
Oh, hungry little hobgoblin. Want a treato? I has lots of treatos, and magics, and junks I finds. Don't worry. I only takes junks from dead people. I is nice.
What are you? What the hell are you? You're, God, what? We fought these things before, didn't we? Because I remarked on them being the like, Forgotten Realms, the Dungeons and Dragons version of Pillars of Eternity's Zarips, right? What are these things? Whatever they are, that's what they are. I should probably, like, examine you after the fact. How often do you loot corpses?
Oh, lots of times. The beasts ate a kiddo the other day, and I got some good stuffs. I mean, Circus is safe. Do not worry. Yes.
Okay, let me see what you got.
Yes! I has lots of stuffs.
Oh my god.
Just for you.
Okay, what sort of stuffs? Barrel-aged Caladiran, firm, oaky, and spicy, as is to be expected from its respected elven vintner. Arcane Cultivation Elixir, Elixir of Battle Mage's Power, Elixir of Guileful Movement, Necrotic Resist, Peerless Focus, Radiant Resistance, See and Viz, Animal Speaking, Featherfall, Glorious Vaulting, Mind Reading, Remedial Potion. The muddy sludge glitters with otherworldly magic, cures blind, silence, paralyze, and poison. Supreme Elixir of Arcane Cultivation. Gain an additional level 4 spell slot. Oh. It is said that the glimmer in this elixir is the reflection of light on the weave itself. Various arrows. Some gauntlets. Dark Displacement Gloves. You gain a +1 bonus to attack rolls when throwing, and may swap positions with the target if they fail a dex saving throw. Sleight of hand +1. Huh. Rudimentary teleportation sigils mark the palms of these gloves, like coiled snakes in a bath of pitch. Interesting. Swap positions. I feel like that does a whole lot, but to very little end. You know? Like, +1 to attack rolls, we're starting to reach the point where we don't need that so much anymore. You know, I'd rather have, like, extra damage. Or something like that. You know? Swapping places with the target is really wild, though. Because true enough, you could also throw, like, a pebble at an ally, and it would hurt them. Or you could throw a healing potion at an ally, right? And then swap places with them. Huh. And of course, if Karlach threw another enemy, right? Yeah, I feel like it's not that good for actual, like, throwing builds where you're trying to do damage. Especially since you start the game with, like, pretty good ones. Right? The Kashigo bracers or whatever. Like, they're still a decent pick. I mean, of course we're using the bonus dex ones for extra AC, but the bonus damage ones would still be quite good. Yeah, probably not even gonna buy anything here. Sorry, bud. Delicate shoes, patterned with twists of gold, lilac, and sapphire. These delicate shoes are very reasonable for dancing, romancing, perhaps even prancing. Corpse rose. Neogi claws, a delicacy among the Gith residing on the astral plane. Neogi claws are roasted on hot coals and seasoned with whatever spices the latest raid brought in. I think I read that before. Okay. Sorry.
Bye-bye now. Come back to Papa soon.
Alright, let me inspect you. What are you? Purveyor of treats and trinkets. Oh, you are a kobold. Okay, never mind. Okay, sure. You are actually a kobold. Yeah, still can't interact with that outhouse. Alright, over here. Who's this? Lucretius. Okay, I'd heard of you.
Oh, that's it. Make love to the air skellies.
Wait, who is this back here? Corolla. Why is there someone hiding back here? Why are these skellies making love? Jacob, Boris, and Lucille.
That a pose. Again.
Okay. Oh shit, there's Scratchy and Itchy. Oh, Itchy and Scratchy. Wow. Baldur's Gate 3 even has a Little Simpsons reference. Good lord. Whoa! That person back there just disappeared. Huh. Okay. There's an animal carcass there. Can I jump over there? I can.
This calls for careful footwork.
There's nothing in it. It's considered stealing to look in there, though. How odd. Okay. Yeah, what was with that person? Was that Orin? Oh god, I can't get out of here now.
How high? No rest. Be you wicked or wise.
Okay, there we go.
These boots have seen everything.
love to the air, Skellies.
What's going on with the Skellies? Let's see.
Ah, Lucille! It's pose, grapevine, then pivot step. Jacob, you have the grace of my great-grandmother's missing leg.
What is this? Is this like RuPaul's Drag Race? What's going on here?
Put some sensuality into those lovely hip bones. I know you have it in you. Step it up.
Sorry for interrupting. Is this a circus act? You're being a little harsh to these Skellies. Huh. Are you being a little harsh? Hang on, maybe you are. What if you are? Huh. I like the idea of rolling up and be like, whoa, you're being a little harsh to these Skellies. I'm going to say it. Take it easy. You're being a little harsh.
Harsh would be telling Jacob that I accidentally resurrected him. I thought his corpse belonged to his much better looking twin. Don't look at me like that, Jacob. I didn't say it. Call me Lucretius, ringmaster, necromancer, bringer of the night. Oh, and wine lover extraordinaire. Normally, I'd invite you into my tent for a lovely vintage, but these graceless Skellies need my full attention. Enjoy my circus, darling.
Wow, so you are the circus master. What is up with your staff, though? Huh. Okay. Heightened necromancy. Okay. Sure. Bringer of the night. Anything else?
Jacob, you mess up that pivot one more time, and I will put you back in the ground. Not you, darling.
Holy shit, this fucking owns. Oh my god. Can I talk to the hands? Can I talk to the hands? Necrotic Claws. Your attacks deal an extra 1 to 6 necrotic damage. Okay.
That's it. Make love to the end.
Alright. An opulent treasure. Oh, look. The True and Impossible Adventures of Tenebra Moro. Okay. Got a few books in here we can look at. The Amiable Art of Necromancy. Yeah, I love the idea that there would be a necromancer who is into, like, I don't know, doing little silly fashion shows for their skeletons. I think that fucking rocks, actually. I think that this is such a fucking creative and, like, amazing way to roll that out, you know? Okay, let's check this out here. Excerpt from Cherish Hollow's The Amiable Art of Necromancy. It's a lonely, lonely world for a young woman in the modern culture of necromancy. She chafes against the shibboleth. Who needs necromancy? What could such a gross thing possibly be for? These questions are very valid. I hope my answer satisfies. Necromancy is a social magic. I have a zombie, Mr. Nascent Owens, under my thrall. Now, he remembers absolutely nothing of his past life. He only knows this new one I've given him. He derives a large amount of pleasure from, say, getting me tea, administering a stinky but relaxing back rub, or eating the brains of my enemies. The spiritual implications are pretty profound here, right? Here's a husk imbued with purpose, given a direction, made useful in the most economic sense, and happy in the metaphysical sense. So, who needs necromancy? We, who demand a chance to challenge the whole death thing, because we're weird and lonely, and we like having friends as much as anyone. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's see, anything else over here?
The Circus of the Last Days has returned. See Dryads, Jinn, and Dribbles the Clown back with a new act.
let's read of this book. An excerpt from the true and impossible adventures of Tenebra Morrow, a pulp serial following the real-life exploits of an interplanar ship's captain. The real Captain Morrow is known never to have left her native Waterdeep, and emerges from her rooms at the yawning portal, only to exchange scrawled manuscripts for fresh meals and ink. And thus, in the light of the Feywild's ne'er setting sun, we passed into the land of the Eladrin. My astute resolution to sail around their forests was betrayed. It seemed to me that the river itself conspired to change course, bringing the new bride into the shadow of the trees, that I might see those dancing figures up close. The form of the Eladrin, with which I am now intimately familiar, is that of elves as seen in a fever dream, slender as wands, and with hair of every changeable hue. Their moods mirror that fey wilderness from which they spring, one moment gentle as a still pond, the next inexorable and deadly as a falling mountain. The latter I experienced only after spending many agreeable hours, or perhaps seasons among them. A halfling woman, employed among my crew as a smith, dared to raise her voice in song above that of our hosts. The depth of the insult became clear as the forest fell into silence, and it was only quick thinking on my part that delivered a compromise. Oh, we read this before. Yeah, the smith gets left there, right? When we left, it was without our smith, yeah, and the only sound was the solitary ring of her hammer as she endeavored to forge a blade that would sing for the Eladrin more sweetly than she. It has been some centuries since. I hope she has succeeded by now. And maybe we are wielding that very blade. Phalar Aluv. Yeah. Okay. Probably not, though.
Road ahead.
Because it seems very elven in make. And that was a halfling. Can I talk to the skellies? Jacob?
Skeleton looks beyond you, frozen, awaiting command from its mistress.
What about this one?
Little remains of the person this skeleton once was, only polished bone and brittle teeth. Little remains of the person this skeleton once was, only polished bone and brittle teeth.
God, I love that the narrator gives it like such a macabre outlook, you know? Makes it seem very, very like mournful and very fucked up. Alright, well, holy hell. I suppose we will call it here for now, I think. I think we've nearly finished out the circus, perhaps. God, I don't even think so. Right, we've got the Master of Love here. Right? I think there were other bards elsewhere too. Yeah, here's another bard, Highwire Hilda. Yeah, we still got plenty. Oh, and some like captive creatures. Oh, one of these, the stalkers. The face stalker. Oh, and a raptor. Holy shit. Yeah, actually, you know what? Maybe we're only barely like over halfway with the with the entirety of this place, right? All right. Well, when next we come back, we will check out all of it and more. There is still quite a bit. It looks like it loops back around over here now. Yeah. So far, we haven't met anybody familiar to me from games past, so maybe we won't, right? Maybe we simply will not, which is fine. Kind of cool that there's a circus nonetheless. One that leads you to like a mysterious place. Speaking of mysteries, what was up with this mysterious person back here? What was even their name? I forgot. Maybe it was important to remember their name. I remember it was like a halfling woman or something, right? With like curly, long black hair. Yeah. That's the best I got. All right. Until next time, please take care of each other.